Howdy ho, YouTubers. How you guys doing? I'm going to give you a little review of the Indian Scout Bobber and an Indian Chieftain that I rode this past weekend. Did a little test drive on them. So as I head back to work on my bike, let's just do a little review on those. Give you my thoughts and my impressions. So, this past weekend, like I'd mentioned, I did a little test ride. Never driven an Indian or ridden an Indian before, I guess, so just wanted to give that a try. Don't have any plans of really ever owning one, but I just wanted to be, get a chance to get out and be a little more educated on the different types of bikes and what the differences are, and just see what they're like. So they were having a demo days at the Indian dealer in town here. So I rode up there on this past weekend, I guess it was, and took a ride. I wanted to ride the Chieftain, and forgive me, I don't know my Indian models very well. So it was a Chieftain, but whatever the model is, it's the one that looks like the Street Glide. Not the full dresser, but pretty much like the Street Glide is. Anyway, I wanted to ride that just because that's the closest to what I've got experience with the Harleys mostly. I wanted to give that one a try, see what that was like, and then I also wanted to I'm sorry, losing my thought here. I also wanted to just see how that compared to the Street Glide in ride and power and just the differences that I could pick up on. So I did that, and then got a friend of my oldest son, and guy I know pretty well, kid I've gotten to know pretty well. Anyway, he's living in Phoenix right now, but he's looking into getting a bike and was kind of asking me some questions. I was trying to give him some recommendations on what I know on Harley models that I thought he might like. And he had texted me the night before I did the demo rides, asking what I thought of the Indian Scout. And I told him I had no idea, I'd never ridden one, don't know anything about it, but told him I'd go up to the demo rides and try to ride one, check it out. So that's what I did. So I rode an Indian Scout Bobber, I guess it was. Rode that one first. That was not a bad ride. That was had a lot of power, a lot of torque. I'm not sure what size engine is in that one, but it did get up and go. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed riding that one. I'm too old to be riding bikes without windshields, though. I do, now that I've gotten used to having the fairing and the windshield and all that, it's pretty hard to ride a bike without that. But the bike itself, I did enjoy riding it. 6-speed, and like I say, had a lot of power. I was actually pretty comfortable on it. Sometimes bikes like that, I'm 6'2", so sometimes you get a bike like that and I sort of feel like I'm chewing on my knees, but that one had a pretty nice rider's triangle, at least for me. The handlebars were a little bit far forward, I thought, so it's a bit of a reach, and I was thinking, if you got on an extended ride, you got out there for a while, that might kind of start to wear like up on the shoulders and stuff. But other than that, I kind of enjoyed it. It'd be a good bike for maybe just powering around town on, but I don't think I'd want to take it on a road trip. You sit up a little bit higher on that, and then maybe a little bit more comparable to I'll say maybe like a Sportster or something, or you sit up higher. And And the other thing that I didn't particularly care for, and maybe it's just because it sits up higher, is the fact that when you tried to turn it, it just didn't seem like it wanted to lay over either way real well. Didn't want to turn. I don't know. Like once I was in the turn, that was okay. It's just I just didn't want to get into the turn. It sort of seemed like to me. Otherwise, though, not a bad bike. And like I say, I would never own one. I'm just a Harley guy, so I wouldn't buy one. But you know, if someone gave me one and I had it in my garage, yeah, sure, I'd take it. I'd ride it. The Chieftain, on the other hand, was not that impressed with that bike. About the only thing I liked on that one was how the windshield, you know, you can raise it and lower it. It goes up and down. Only thing is the stock windshield that it comes with was too short. So I basically, when I was on the highway, I had to have that windshield all the way up to get the protection that I wanted out of the windshield. Otherwise, it was like I didn't even have the windshield on. So all the way up or nothing. Well, you know, that kind of defeats the purpose of being able to raise and lower it, I thought. So I'm sure there's probably some other windshields that are available for those. I'd probably, if I owned one, I'd probably want to get a taller one that, you know, you could raise and lower, and then if you lowered it, you were still getting some protection. Maybe if you had someone on the back, you could raise it and give them a little more protection too. So that was my thought on the windshield. Power-wise, it's got the 111. I was not that impressed with the power or the torque on that bike. Now, my bike here it comes with 114. I've changed out exhaust. I've had it tuned. I did a stage 3 kit on it, and so now I've got a 117. And this bike has just got killer power and torque. So maybe it's not a totally fair comparison going from this bike to that one, but compared to the Scout, though, that did seem to have a lot of pickup, I just didn't think the Chieftain had that much pickup and power to it for being a 111. So it's not that impressed with that. I did not like on both of the Indians I rode, the turn signal is all on the left, and you use your left thumb, you know, and it sticks out. You really got to pull your thumb out to get at it. And I don't know, I like the Harley ones much better. They're more of a flush mount. They're just easier to get to, and if you're going to turn right, you use the right hand. If you're going to turn left, left hand. It's just seemed a lot more logical and functional. A lot easier to use, so I like that better. I was pretty comfortable on the bike, so couldn't really complain about that. Scout had a pretty stiff ride, but I would assume that you could probably do some adjusting on that. I'd want a little bit softer ride than the way that bike was set up, but that wasn't bad. That's, I guess, pretty much most of my general thoughts, not being an Indian expert, just some observations from a motorcycle rider who's used to Harleys. I'm saying a lot, aren't I? Well, anyway, sorry. Well, you can see I'm back to work, so I better actually get back to work. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe. And if you got any comments on it, you know, opinions one way or the other, let me know down in the comments section there. So we'll talk to you later. And remember, guys, you got to get out there and ride. So go out, kick the tires, and light the fires. See you later.